Understand the basics of sourdough. Sourdough bread relies on wild yeast and bacteria for fermentation, giving it a unique tangy flavor and chewy texture. Unlike commercial yeast, sourdough requires patience and careful handling. The process involves feeding a starter, fermenting the dough, and baking it at high heat to achieve a crisp crust. Make and maintain a sourdough starter. A healthy starter is key to great sourdough. Mix equal parts flour and water, letting it ferment at room temperature. Feed it daily with fresh flour and water until it becomes bubbly and active, usually within 5 to 7 days. Keep it in the fridge when not in use and feed it weekly to maintain strength. Gather essential ingredients and tools. Sourdough requires only flour, water, and salt. Opt for high-quality bread flour or whole wheat flour for better fermentation. Essential tools include a digital scale, mixing bowls, a Dutch oven, a bench scraper, and a banneton, proofing basket, to shape the dough properly. Mix and knead the dough properly. Once your starter is active, mix it with flour, water, and salt to form a sticky dough. Let it rest, autolyse, for 30 minutes before stretching and folding every 30 minutes over a few hours. This strengthens the gluten and builds structure, creating an airy, well-risen loaf. Let the dough ferment and develop flavor. Bulk fermentation is when the dough rises and develops its characteristic sourdough flavor. Let it ferment at room temperature for 4 to 6 hours or overnight in the fridge for a deeper taste. The dough should double in size and feel airy when ready for shaping. Shape and proof for the perfect rise. Turn the dough onto a floured surface, shape it into a round or oval, and place it into a floured banneton. Let it proof at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours or overnight in the fridge. Cold proofing enhances flavor and helps the dough hold its shape during baking. Score and bake for a crispy crust. Preheat the oven to 475 degrees Fahrenheit, 245 degrees Celsius, with a Dutch oven inside. Turn the dough onto parchment paper, score the top with a sharp blade, and place it in the hot Dutch oven. Bake covered for 20 minutes, then uncovered for another 20 to 25 minutes until golden brown with a crackling crust. Cool before slicing for best texture. After baking, let the bread cool on a wire rack for at least an hour. Cutting too soon releases steam, making the crumb gummy. Allowing it to cool fully ensures a perfect, chewy interior and crisp crust. The wait is tough but worth it. Store your sourdough for freshness. Keep your sourdough wrapped in a cloth or paper bag at room temperature for up to 3 days. Avoid plastic bags, which make the crust soft. To extend freshness, freeze slices in an airtight bag and toast them when needed. Keep practicing for better results. Sourdough baking is a skill that improves with time. Experiment with hydration levels, flours, and fermentation times to find your ideal loaf. Each bake teaches you something new, bringing you closer to mastering the perfect homemade sourdough bread.